Using the Bible today, I'm going to show you proof that aliens actually exist. Extraterrestrials, that is, or maybe divine beings. And first, we're going to start in the book of Genesis 18, Genesis chapter 18, verse 22 to 23. Okay, let's see. This is the New Living Translation. This is the New Living Translation. And let's see what Genesis 18 says. 22 to 23. So then the men got up. Okay, this is 16. Then the men got up from their meal and looked out toward Sodom. As they left, Abraham went with them to send them on their way. Should I hide my plan from Abraham? The Lord asked. For Abraham will certainly become a great mighty for Abraham will certainly become a great and mighty nation, and all the nations of the earth will be blessed through him. I have singled him out so that he will direct his sons and their family to keep the way of the Lord by doing what is right and just. Then I will do for Abraham all that I have promised. So the Lord told Abraham, I have heard a great outcry from Sodom and Gomorrah because their sin is so flagrant. I am going down to see if their actions are as wicked as I have heard. If not, I want to know. The other men turned and headed towards Sodom, but the Lord remained with Abraham. Abraham approached him and said, Will you sweep away both the righteous and the wicked? Suppose you find 50 righteous people living there in the city. Will you still sweep it and not spare it for their sakes? Surely you wouldn't do such a thing, destroying the righteous along with the wicked. Why Why you would be treating the righteous and the wicked exactly the same? Surely you wouldn't do that. Should not the judge of all the earth do what is right? And the Lord said, If I find 50 righteous people in Sodom, I will spare the entire city for their sake. Then Abraham spoke again, Since I have begun, let me speak further to my Lord, even though I am but dust and ashes. Suppose there are only 45 righteous people, rather than 50. Will you destroy the city for lack of 5? And the Lord said, I will not destroy it if I find 45 righteous people there. Then Abraham pressed his request further. Suppose there are only 40. And the Lord replied, I will not destroy it for the sake of the 40. Please don't be angry, my Lord, Abraham pleaded. Let me speak. Suppose only 30 righteous people are found. And the Lord replied, I will not destroy if I find 30. Then Abraham said, Since I have dared to speak to the Lord, let me continue. Suppose there are only 20. And the Lord replied, Then I will not destroy it for the sake of 20. Finally, Abraham said, Lord, please don't be angry with me. If I speak one more time, suppose only 10 are found there. And then, and then the Lord replied again, Then I will not destroy it for the sake of the 10. When the Lord had finished his conversation with Abraham, he went on his way, and Abraham returned to his tent. What is evident in this passage is that Abraham was speaking to the person he called my Lord in physical, like the person was present. We do not have a description of the person, but the person was there, and he referred to him as my Lord, the one who created the earth, who was higher than him, and he was pleading with him not to destroy Sodom and Gomorrah. Now, this is all very vague until we go to the book of Acts 7:20. Until we go to the book of Acts, chapter 7, from verse 2 to 8. This is about Stephen. Okay, Stephen, Acts chapter 7, verse 1 to 8. Then the high priest asked Stephen, Are these accusations true? This was Stephen's reply. Brothers and fathers, listen to me. Our glorious God appeared to our ancestor Abraham in Mesopotamia before he settled in Haran. If you do not know, Mesopotamia is currently the modern-day Iraq and part of Syria, Turkey, and Iran, which was home to civilizations like the Sumerians, Akkadians, Babylonians, and Assyrians. In their myths, they describe gods such as the Anunnaki. To the people who wrote these texts, the Anunnaki were divine beings, extraterrestrials. Also, in the 1970s, also in the 1970s, a man named Zechariah Sitchin said that the Anunnakis were aliens from a planet called Nibiru. They came to Earth to mine gold, and then they genetically engineered humans as workers, like transforming apes and into human beings. This is not this has not been proven, but with the Bible and you know, other pieces of information, we can tell that human beings are not the only ones on earth. And this is factual. Is it factual? I don't know. I think it's factual. I mean, there's enough proof to show that we are not the only conscious being on earth. But who knows?